Hi, I'm Rich Taylor from SpearGuides.com. Today I'm here to talk to you about floppers, Hawaiian, Tahitian, and tuned and untuned floppers. We try to get it all in one video today. So what there are Tahitian, which is a top-mounted flopper, and then a Hawaiian, which is a bottom-mounted flopper. Tahitian top, Hawaiian bottom. A lot of people ask, well, what's the difference, Rich? And I'll tell you. A lot of guys like them. The standard is bottom. First of all, the standard is bottom. That's where they're typically mounted, on the bottom. A lot of people mount them on the top, though. There's different reasons why, and I'll give you my feelings on it. So a lot of people feel that gravity. So if you go into a fish, shoots into a fish, and then it drops down, gravity helps open up, okay? That's one of the reasons a lot of people like it on the bottom. One of the things people say don't have it on the bottom is because every time you shoot that shaft, that happens. You hear that? You're getting that little click noise from that thing slamming. So that's one of the reasons not to have it on the bottom. Top. So some people say that it goes in and now it may not open because gravity is not pulling it open. Some people like a cleaner sight picture with it on the bottom, but on the top, you've got this in the way. So there's different reasons. Most of your commercial guys like it on top, but the standard is bottom. My personal feeling is that there really isn't any difference. I've shot both, and I honestly don't think there's any difference. So whatever you shoot, just keep shooting that. If you're killing fish, then don't change it. Now, what I'm going to show you is the difference between a tuned and an untuned flopper. What tuning does, essentially, so the flopper will drop to here, and then it will lock here. Now this is great, especially when you're free diving, or if you're shooting like mangoes or something that twist and turn all over the place. So come on in here, I'm going to show you a good, easy way to tune a flopper. What you want to do is, and this can vary depending on the flopper because a lot of floppers are different, so they may take different levels of where exactly you want to get it. But basically what we do is we want to get it right about there, just below the pin, right about there with a screwdriver. And you got to be real slow with this process. You don't want to rush this. You want to do little taps. It's a short shaft, so it's a little hard to do this. But basically I want to tap it right there. So I'm tapping it right there with a screwdriver. And then I'll do the other side. And you want to give it a little taps and then check it. And check it. You can, go ahead and back up. You can bugger these things up and mess them up really quick by overdoing it. You don't want to overdo it. You want to do this slowly, do it a couple little taps. It's a lot easier to get it tighter than it is to loosen it up. But essentially, this is a little bit tight on here. You want it to drop to about 30 degrees, and then if it goes a little further, it's going to lock. So now it stays open. So this is great when you shoot a fish, and now it comes up, slides up the shaft, and that shaft is twisting and turning. He's never going to slide out the end. Okay, it's great for that. This is a tuned flopper. Again, it goes to there, it drops easy there, and then it stays there. It stays open. It never closes. I can't close that. That's a tuned flopper. Now, some people do not like them tuned because, let's say you're shooting around limestone or soft bottom, and you shoot into something. What happens if you shoot into it, say I'm shooting into a piece of rock or limestone, it goes in, and now that locks, and I can't close that to pull it back out. With an untuned flopper, I can typically rotate it and it will close and I can slide it back out of the rock. But with a tuned flopper, I'm not going to be able to get it out, so I'm going to have to rip it out. And that can be very difficult sometimes. One little trick I've used before is put it in the mechanism of my gun, lock it in, and pull it out. But you got to have a really good mechanism because you can damage your mechanism. And some floppers are really hard to get out. So that's one of the reasons a lot of people do not like tuned floppers, especially people who are shooting around limestone, rocks, that type of thing. But that's the difference between a tuned and an untuned flopper. Every flopper is different from different manufacturers, so you need to be very careful. But that's essentially the spot you want to hit right there. You can do it with a screwdriver. Some people will put this right by the ears in a vise. You got to be real careful. If you do it really slowly, and if you get a little bit buggered up, what you can do is take a piece of wood on a hammer and tap it around the flopper like this, and that will loosen it up. So if you get it too tight, try doing this. Run right around that flopper, tapping on it, and that will typically loosen up. See, I've got the tuning right out of that. Now it's not tuned, just by doing that. So that's one of the ways you can detune it. But there's different levels of that tuning, and some people like it really tight, some people like it loose, but that's how you can do it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, go to our YouTube channel, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and visit us at speargods.com. Thanks.